Let's now look at case 2. In this case, the y-intercept will not be given. So it's a little bit more involved process. There's a little more algebra to do. These you will really want to make sure you've practiced well. So the first step we would do is we're going to substitute in both points. Again, we'll be given 2 points. Your life will be a lot easier if you use the one with the larger x first. Then our next step is to divide the 2 equations obtained in step 1. We're then going to solve the resulting equation for the base b, for the growth factor. And then lastly, we're going to substitute in a point to find the y-intercept. So notice when we're given the y-intercept, we then find the growth factor. When we're not given the y-intercept, we'll actually find the growth factor first, and then we'll find the y-intercept. Let's take a look at an example of this. I'd like to find the equation of the exponential function such that f at 2 is 180.5 and f at 6 is 9.189. So we're going to first start with y equals ab to the x and the 2 points, which I rewrote now as physical points. So I'd have 2, 180.5 and 6, 9.189. So my first step, remember I said, is I'm going to substitute in both points, and it makes more sense to substitute in the one with a larger x first. So this is actually going to be the first equation, and this will generate the second equation. So if I do that, that would give me 9.189 is ab to the 6th, and 180.5 is ab squared. Step 2 said divide those 2 equations, and so I'd have 9.189 over 180.5 is equal to ab to the 6th over ab squared. The reason it made sense to pick the one with a larger x first is now when I do the division, remember that when I have b to the 6th over b to the 2nd, I subtract the exponents. By having the one with a larger x first, that subtraction will result in a positive exponent. Notice also when I do this division, the a's will divide out, and I'll end up with 9.189 over 180.5 is b to the 4th. Now I need to solve for b. Notice the exponent is a number, so we take the 4th root. We don't take the log. We only take the log when the exponent is the variable. So we'll take the 4th root of 9.189 divided by 180.5. And when I do that, I get a b that is approximately 0.475. Usually when we do these exponentials, you'll see the textbook typically uses about 3 decimal places. But again, notice I didn't round until I got to the very end of finding my b. Now, the final set of steps that I do is I now solve for a by using one of the 2 equations I started with. So I use the first one. 9.189 is equal to a, and I now know that my b is 0.475, and in this particular equation, I'm raised to the 6th power. So using that point, that's what I would have. And if I do the math out, if I solve for a, I get a is 800. And so my function becomes f at x is 800 multiplied by 0.475 to the x.